Okay, YouTube Live. We are now live. Hello. What's up? Cartoon Mark is here. Um, Happy Saturday night, everybody. The renovations are just about complete. If you've been following, yeah, things are good. Um, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Um, what's the title of this one? The title of this one is Do You Believe in Ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts? Well, maybe now I do. I don't know. We're going to see if this YouTube Live stays on. Because last night, as you know, the thing just totally glitched out on me for like no reason, you know? Um, but I just want to give you an update. The apartment is pretty much done. Now it's just cleanup work. The flooring went in today. I can't believe how fast my guys worked. Holy cow. So this is how I'm going to structure the channel. Now we're going to do the cartooning videos as regular uploads. And then I'm going to tune in live and just talk about the real stuff. I'm going to structure it. I think that's saying to reconnect. Okay. All right. Maybe I was just too far from the Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. Let's get the Camp Crystal Lake in there. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Don't mind me if I babble. So that's how we're going to structure the channel. We're just going to do mainly cartoon videos as uploads and then the regular life stuff as live feeds. So you got to see this flooring. I'll show it to you. My guys did awesome work. I basically got home from Florida and stepped in, went from palm trees and beaches straight to home renovations in Home Depot with my contractor, buying flooring, 18 cases of flooring with the kids, helping out. Everybody pitched in, up and down these stairs to the second floor, and this flooring looks good. I will show it to you towards the end. Hey, Bunny 314, ghosts are real. Yes, they are. I will get into that. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk about these ghosts up here. Had some little weird things happening as we're doing the renovations. Just for a quick background, used to have a tenant, no more. Don't be a landlord. That's a pro tip. Don't be a landlord. Don't be a landlord. Don't be a landlord. So he used to say, and now, anyways, we're using the whole house for the whole family. So that's what's going on with the renovations. So, but the tenant used to say to me, that house is haunted up there, man. And he would say that his pictures would be flipped over and stuff. Here, I'll get you in the Michael Myers and the Scream masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna have them all put up
I know.
over there.
Maybe that'll scare the ghosts away, or maybe it'll attract them. I don't know.
It's gonna make Danny a murderer.
So the tenant used to say, "Yeah, man, there's ghosts up there," and I'm like, "Yeah. It's a squirrel in the attic or something, or a mouse." But the weird thing is, he said his pictures of his grandkids would be turned over, flipped around. But then, like, I would hear footsteps upstairs, and I'd look out, but and the tenant's car was gone. He had already left for work. So I hear like weird footsteps upstairs. I'm like, So I'd call him. One time I actually called him and I said, "Hey, are you at work, or do you have a girl upstairs? I don't care if you do. I was just wondering. I'm hearing footsteps up there." He's like, "No, man. I told you that house is haunted." Anyway, it seems to happen late at night in the early morning hours. I'll get into the events that have happened to me. Um, Let me know. Drop some comments in there if you guys had anything weird happen to you guys. One thing that there's a common theme is people feel like they're being watched. Like I was painting the kitchen back there. I did 2 coats of primer and paint, and like I kept like looking over my shoulder because I thought like one of the kids were in and out because we're all in and out of here when we're like fixing things. And I kept thinking one of the kids were standing right there in the hallway, like looking at me. And I'd turn and there'd be nothing there. And I'm like, and that happened at least 3 or 4 times. So you ever have that feeling like you're being watched? But we haven't felt threatened at all. The other thing is a couple things were unplugged, like randomly, but I think we figured that out. I think Daniel was replacing the outlets. So that may have been nothing. What was it? So the other thing that happened was last night. You guys saw I had a great live feed going. I had 7 people on, and I'm getting all these comments, and all of a sudden it just died, and the phone went down to like 15%. And my YouTube video was saying that it was live, but I wasn't. Live comment, Daniel Lopez, hey Mark, have you checked the ownership history? Anything unusual? Good comment, Daniel Lopez. Yes, my tenant actually investigated that. He knew a former lady who lived here, and she went nuts when he found out he lived in this house. And he goes, the lady said, "Oh my God, that house is haunted. It's our grandmother." And we're like, he's like, "What?" And so that's all I know. Pat Go, what's up? I saw a Chihuahua ghost. It nipped me in the heels. Pat Go, be careful of those Chihuahuas. Yeah. So, yeah, there is some history here. This house was built in you can say hi if you guys want, I don't care.
Hello.
Hello. This house was built in 1911, around there. And I'm gonna show you guys the renovations we did here. I mean, anyway, I'll get into more of the ghost stuff that happened, but that was kind of it. So let me take you around here. Awesome contractor I have who's done the work at my house for years. And they showed up at 6 a.m. He goes, "Mark, I'm gonna be there at 6 a.m. I go, "Okay, I'll be here. I'll be waiting for you." He showed up with his son and another helper, and they banged out this flooring. I want to show you the awesome job they did. There's still a lot of cleanup, like just random stuff, but look at this flooring, guys. Is this awesome or what? This is what is it? It is rigid vinyl core plank flooring. Totally awesome. Very happy, very happy. Inspirational Nomad, renovations. Looks good, thank you, Sam. Sam, this flooring was just done at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the kids basically had their furniture outside on a sidewalk in a pickup truck ready to go, like moving up. And my handyman's like, "Boy, nothing feel like you're being rushed out of here." So this is all new flooring for these kiddos. Pardon the mess, they're still moving their furniture up here, but fresh paint, fresh flooring, it's all in. I can breathe a sigh of relief. So thank you guys. It wasn't easy. A lot of work. These kids all pitched in, and I'm happy, and they're happy. Let me get back to the live comments here. Looks really good in there. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Sam, it was not easy. A lot of sore muscles, a lot of Tylenol, a lot of caffeine to keep going, but we pushed through it, and the flooring's in. It was holding everything else up downstairs, because now I can get my art studio going, and a lot more art videos, a lot more cartooning videos I can get going now. Totally. So you're gonna get a lot more of those. Let me get back to the live comments. Sorry, how much? How much for renovation, Sam? Is that your question? It wasn't bad. I'll tell you if you want to know. Bunny 314, whoa, that's a lovely flooring. Thank you. Bunny 314, very well done. Thank you. Looks really good in there. Inspirational Nomad. Thank you, Sam. Daniel Lopez, I hear the cure to house fever is a trip to Home Depot. Yes, it is. I was there twice today. And I'm going again tomorrow to return 2 boxes of flooring that we did not use. Pat Go, Guess who's coming to dinner? Bob Vila. Oh, you know it. Pat Go, hi Sam, Bunny314. We need more art on your channel, on your website. Yeah. Hey, you want to see my website? Just go to wackycaricatures.com. That's wackycaricatures.com. Inspirational Nomad. Hi Pat Go. Hey Daniel. So, Inspirational Nomad. What's next? Renovations never stop, but at least you're going forward. Sam, what's next is the downstairs. Me and Mrs. Cartoon Mark been sleeping on a back porch. That's we had to do it, you know. But I was kind of stuck in this mind, like landlord is the only way. There's no other way. I got to get that rent money. Well, you know what? The answer was right below my nose, and my family stepped up and said, "We're gonna help out. We're gonna do this together." And we just said, "Let's do this. Let's just have a big old family house," and it feels great. It feels amazing. So what's next? Mrs. Cartoon Mark is going to have her work from home office because she has to wear a headset and close the door. So Mrs. Cartoon Mark is going to be working from home in about 2 weeks. She finishes up her training. And we're going to get an actual bedroom, which is good. And Cartoon Mark is getting an art studio on the back porch with great lighting. So that's what's next, Sam. Don't just think like a landlord. Yeah, you look less stressed. That's good. Yes, I am so less stressed, Sam. When there was always a knock on my door and the tenant's name would come up on my phone, I was like stressing, like, what now? What now? Now, at least it's our house and we're going to be happy to fix it. I still got that vitamin D running through me, Sam. Being down there in Florida was great. The sunshine, it was just so amazing. And Sam, sorry, you guys, my video glitched out last night. That is part of the title of this video about the ghosts up here. I'll get into that. I already touched on it. But, so I'll get into the ghosts. I just want to finish up on the Florida rant. The Florida rant was that I didn't get to tell you, Sam, that the other story was, as I was on the plane, number one, the people going down to Florida are happy on the plane. Mickey Mouse ears, Disney sweatshirts, smiles, shorts on, happy, happy, happy. Coming back on the plane of New York, you get this. Long faces, miserable people, pale people, people pissed, miserable, just, I mean, uninspiring type faces, because I draw faces, I know faces, and I can see expressions very easy. And so the funny thing I heard in line as we were getting onto the Southwest aircraft was heading back to New York, I overheard a group of people say, "Are you going to the wedding?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to the wedding. Do you think I would volunteer to come to upstate New York?" He goes, "I have to go up there. I'm in the wedding." Do you think I would volunteer to go to upstate New York in December? That pretty much says it all. I mean, yeah. So I wanted you to hear that, Sam. Body language is 80% of the conversation. Yes, sir. Is anyone happy in Home Depot? Not today. Actually, today I was happy because I didn't have to push 18 cases of flooring and load them into my car and my contractor's car. We only needed some threshold stuff to finish the doorways. And I was happy because my contractor used his military discount, 10% off. Great. Thank you for your service and all who serve. And that's the Florida rant. Happy, happy, happy. Parents called. I called. They were glad to have me. Good evening, Doug Warren. Good to see you, brother. What's new up in Portland, Oregon? You're probably similar to New York State weather, huh? So the ghosts. I'll get into that again. Inspirational Nomad is saying, "Hey, Doug." Inspirational Nomad, great job on the collaboration. That was a nice young lady you had on today and a nice guy, Mark, you had on the day before with your RV videos. Very cool to see other people's take on it. You should do more of that. MILF Ghost. I'm going to get into that, Sam. I'm going to get into what it is. Yeah. I never really believed in ghosts. I mean, not somebody with a white sheet. I think it's just energy that's left behind. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Sam says thank you. Yes, definitely do more of those videos, Sam. You're reinventing yourself already, and I wish you luck on your home base. If you can drop a comment, is it still on hold? Is it still on ice? Let us know if you want. That's all right. So the ghosts. Bunny314, give us a fit check. I don't know what a fit check is. Doug Warren, exactly, Mark. 100 emoji, cold and gray. Yeah, that's how That's how Oregon is. So this is the kids' setup. I'm just up here. I'm gonna get out of here quick and get out of their hair. They were gracious enough to let me do the live feed from up here on ice. On ice. Sorry to hear that, Sam. The home base is on ice. You know, Sam, don't worry about it. That's okay. That's okay. It's all gonna work out. You're smart. Don't worry about it. It's all happening for a reason. You know that. So about the ghosts, it seems to happen late at night. All right, here we're gonna get into the ghost. If you weren't tuned in earlier, I'm gonna hit it again and let you know what the deal is up here. Home base on ice sounds like a drink. The ghosts. My live feed totally glitched out. The weirdest thing, the phone went a little crazy. Maybe it's because I was towards the other end of the Wi-Fi on the house. But last night, the Wi-Fi went nuts, and I cleared my screen, and YouTube said I was still live. I clicked on my own live feed. That's odd, and nothing would happen. And I double-clicked and cleared my screen again, and it still said Cartoon Mark was live. What? Never ever happened to me. It only happens in that corner of the house. There's weird energy over there. So that was one thing that happened. And I did 2 coats of paint. I was painting at like 10 o'clock at night. Nobody was up here in the kitchen. And I felt like I was being watched. Do you ever have that feeling when you're like being watched? And I always thought like someone was over there in the doorway, like one of the kids like wanting to talk. And I kept looking because I thought somebody was standing there. Nobody was there. That happened 3 times. It's not a bad or evil energy, but the other thing, some of the kids here have had similar noises, stuff like that. But the main thing that the tenant used to say who lived here, his picture of his granddaughter was always pushed down or twisted around or just knocked off completely. And he would say, "There's ghosts up there, man." And then he would leave for work, and then I would hear footsteps upstairs. So I would look out and see his car was gone. And I'm like, I called him and I said, "Are you home? Or you got a girl upstairs or something? I'm hearing footsteps." He's like, "No, man, I'm at work." He's like, "I told you that place was haunted." So that's what's been going on here. And then he actually looked into it to the person who used to own the house. And the lady said, "Yeah, that's our grandmother up there. She died up there." So bless you, Grandma, former owner. We hope you move on or just hang out and have fun. All right, let me get back to the live comments. Sorry, I'm backed up here, guys. Daniel Lopez, every day spent on the beach is a win, home base or not. It's a good point, Daniel Lopez. Yeah, Sam, think about that. I don't like bad energy, good vibes only. That's Spooky Bunny 314, Inspirational Nomad. Amen, Daniel. I agree with Inspirational Nomad. So that's about it on the ghost stuff. It happens late at night. In early morning hours, if anything. I don't think it's anything. Could just be coincidence. I don't know. Any of you guys have anything happen? Drop a comment. So that's the rant for tonight. The home renovations are complete. The heavy lifting is done. The flooring's in. 3 coats of paint. The carpet's been ripped up. We had to prep everything. Bathroom's been painted. Kitchen's been painted. And truckload after truckload of junk was hauled out of here. So that was it. And we're less stressed now, and we're spreading out, got a lot more room, and that's about it. Bunny 314, I love the decor. Thank you. Yeah, this is well, it's not my decor, it's the kids' decor. I'll let them know. You know, you're right, Sam. I used to think that landlording was the only way to do it. I thought there was no other way to own a home. And back then, I needed to be a landlord because I was a single guy and I didn't have the double income, no kids, DINK, double income, no kids, DINK. So I had to have the tenant to offset the mortgage. But now things are different. Everybody's pitching in, and it's a good thing, and it feels good because we got our blood and sweat into this place, and it's ours now, baby. No looking back. Never be a landlord. Never be one. That's the advice tonight. And the other advice is bless your house with holy water. Mrs. Mom Snowbird had blessed the house when I bought it, so I know we're good. And we're right across from the church where we grew up and went to grade school in at the Catholic school, so we're good. But yeah, there's always going to be energies wherever you go, I guess, right? Um, but yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Inspirational Nomad, Pat Go, Doug Warren, Bunny 314. I'm supporting. I'm representing the Murderers Row T-shirt. If anybody sees, anybody know who Murderers Row is? Troy Core, New York Hardcore. Stigmata Side Project. What's his name? John. He'll know this shirt. Sorry, I keep putting my thumb in front of the camera. I'm just trying to see. Doug Warren says, talking about ghosts, then I saw 3 heads in the background and jumped. Yeah, we got Michael Myers. Is that Leatherface or another Michael Myers? And then the Scream mask. And then we got some cool Freddy artwork there. Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. Leatherface is my favorite. He's crazy. There's going to be a documentary on BTK. And you guys ever follow the serial killer stuff? It's crazy, man. How can somebody like go from, it starts out small, but then like they want their high to be bigger. Like it starts out like sexual stuff, and then how do you graduate to actually killing another human? That's just crazy to me. Like just for their own satisfaction, it's nuts. But there's an episode on BTK. I saw coming up on TV Saturday night. His daughter does a lot of interviews, a lot of talking. They had no idea he was a killer. Dennis Rader, he was a code enforcement officer for Wichita, Kansas, and would go around stalking people during the day on his job and show his badge for his code enforcement and go into their houses. And then he would get the lay of the land and come back at night. It's crazy. Psychology of that is fascinating. Yeah, it is. Looking a little red, Mark. Hey, IT Scope. What's up, brother? Yeah, I still got the sunburn. And it's the lighting here, too. Man, Florida was so awesome. But I had my mind on the house renovation, so I was like anxious about getting that done, you know. So I'm feeling good now. Going back to work Monday. Locating those utilities. Anybody on here probably, this channel started as a utility locating channel. That's what I do for the day job. And, oh, IT, yeah, what's up? Handy Randy, what's up? Randy knows the utility locating. And now it morphed into a cartooning channel. Randy, yo, you guys go subscribe to IT Scope. He's got some good stuff on there on the cars. Randy, I always know when you're pulling out of the parking lot, brother. I hear that rice burner, go, and it's like a grapefruit shooter out the back. Man, when you step on that gas and it starts popping, I'm laughing my ass off. Because all the highway guys are like, who the hell is that, you know? They thought it was one of the mechanics with his car all juiced up. But yeah, this channel originally started as a utility locating channel and morphed into a cartooning channel. That's the way it's going to stay. But if anybody has any questions on utility locating, I can answer any question on it you want to know. That being said, let me catch up on the live comments. Thanks, man. Doug Warren. Will you be painting any wall art or murals during your renovation? That's funny. No wall art, no murals during the renovations. I'm pooped. I'm just going to be painting on canvas, some crazy, wacky faces. Here's the way my art goes, if you want to know. I do the cartooning on paper, dry media. I love caricatures and cartoons. But then I do painting also. And I only post the painting stuff on like my Instagram. Once in a while I'll post my paintings on YouTube, but I'm gonna get away from that because the paintings tend to come out a little dark. What I mean is like a little creepy. And I try to like just see what the paint can do, what hides in the paint, what face is lying within the paintbrush, you know, and I just have total freedom and I just work with some shapes. I just throw paint on the canvas, mush it all around, sit back and look for shapes, like almost like you're looking for shapes in the clouds. And I'll even turn the canvas a few times until I start seeing a face shape, and then I'll start carving out the eyes, nose. Maybe I won't even put a mouth on it. I do it very abstract. One of my favorite artists is Willem De Kooning. Any De Kooning fans out there? Any art fans? And Adam Neat is another one of my favorite painters. I like Banksy, but everybody can say they like Banksy. I like Banksy before he was really known. Damien Hirst, he's all right. I like his advice he gives to artists. You know what he says, and you can apply this to anything. And it's even on one of my YouTube videos. Damien Hirst is the world's richest living artist from the UK. Damien Hirst, Hirst. He said, how do you create your own art world and make money? People were asking him questions during the pandemic. And he goes, I think you should create your own art world. He goes, you should make something so spectacular that people are going to come knocking on your door to see your work, to buy your work. And when people come to you knocking on your door, you're going to be way more successful than trying to go to cafes and galleries and asking and begging to get, in their gallery. So you want to make people come to you and knock on your door. So that's the advice from the richest living artist, and I'm just passing that along. So we're going to be doing the cartooning, and then I just do the painting, and I just post those on Instagram. It seems like people like the creepier stuff on Instagram. YouTube, I'm going to just keep it as the cartooning stuff and this live stuff. So any ghost fans out there? I don't know. I watch Exploring with Josh on YouTube. Anybody watch Exploring with Josh? He's actually like an abandoned building guy. He'll go with his team. But he also, now they're into like ghost hunting. So I don't know. Let me get to the live comments here. Randy says, that's funny. Doug Warren, ever seen Stephen Keen's work? Paints album covers. No, it sounds familiar, Doug. I'll check him out. Stephen Keen's. I'll tell you who my favorite album cover artist is. Derek Riggs. If anybody knows who Derek Riggs is, drop it in the comments, and then I'll know you're on the same page as me. Derek Riggs, my favorite ever. Come on, I'm waiting. Put it in the comments. Any of you art fans, any of you heavy metal fans, I'll give you a hint. Big balloon dog. It was like the size of like a tractor trailer. Come on, nobody knows who Derek Riggs is. Do I have to tell you? Do I have to tell you? Do I have no heavy metal fans on here? Do I have nobody who listens to Iron Maiden here? Come on, Iron Maiden's the best of all time. I'm sorry. He has done all the old Iron Maiden album covers. Killers, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, Aces High. Derek Riggs is at the Steel City Comic-Con right now. He does all the Comic-Cons. But Iron Maiden won't let him sell Eddie. You know, Eddie is the Iron Maiden logo. Do you know Bruce Dickinson, lead singer of Iron Maiden, flies the plane for all the Iron Maiden concerts, the big 747 jetliner? You did not know? Yes, Eddie. That's right, Daniel Lopez. Eddie, you're right. Daniel Lopez knows that Eddie is Iron Maiden's logo. Bruce Dickinson is a certified pilot. He flies all over, and I've seen it in Fort Lauderdale when they were taking off. It was amazing. It's huge. They got Eddie on the side and all the dates of all the countries that they go to. And the name of the plane is Ed Force One. Ed Force One. So if you want to see some Iron Maiden stuff, Bruce flies the plane. I think that's freaking badass. So who has 3 guitar players? It's just multiple chords of highs, lows, and mids. Playing those songs. My favorite song by Iron Maiden is probably A Klansman. Aces High, that's right. See, Daniel knows. Aces High. Finally, we got a metalhead here. How about some hardcore? Murderers Row, Troy, New York. Hello. Stigmata, come on. Cranial Abuse, come on. All right. Anyway, that's the update from the house. There's some energy up here. It threw my live feed off, but Mark is dropping heavy metal history right now. That's right, Doug. Fun fact, Cartoon Mark was a guitar player. I won't get into that, but I did play on a few stages. And I played with the band Guar. Not played with them, but my band supported their band, and we got to see all their outfits. Like, I don't know if you know who Guar is. They wear those space outfits, those monster outfits. And this was back in 97 or 98. We played at Saratoga Winners and got to open up for Guar. That was the highlight of my heavy metal career. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. I think that's about it for tonight. Yeah. Hopeful in California, run to the hills, run for the hills. Get it right, hopeful. It's run to the hills. I know. You're right. It's run to the hills. But I heard run to the hills so many times. It's like Metallica. I've heard Enter Sandman so many times and won so many times. I don't want to hear it. Run to the hills. Come on. Play Killers. Play the Klansman. Play Number of the Beast. Come on. Oh my God. So there's an inspirational nomad is still here. There was a heat wave. There was a New York heat wave here in upstate New York. I must have brought it with me back from Florida. 52 degrees here. A lot of wind and rain, but it was some wacky weather going on. I don't know. But man, coming back on that plane, it's always sad coming back to New York. Oh my God. Everybody's miserable. What are you going to do, right? But I know where I'll be when I'm in my later years, but I need to make a decision. And I need some advice. Do I move straight to Port St. Lucie, call it a day, and be an old person and live in an over 55 community and be a gig caricature artist or an event caricature artist? Or plan B, do I go to Orlando and work the theme parks at either Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, or Disney Springs as a caricature artist, where that's where the regular work really is. It would be a full-time position or part-time. You go to Indeed and type in caricature artist in Florida, they're looking, they're begging for people. I kind of want to be a park artist in my later retirement years. I kind of want to do both, but I love the Port St. Lucie, Florida area, Jensen Beach area. I just don't know if there's a lot of gig event work there. And I know the lay of the land, whereas Orlando and Kissimmee, I don't know the lay of the land. Decisions. I got I got about 8 to 10 years to decide on that. Let me catch up with the live comment. Hopeful in California. I was close. Run to the hills. You're right. You're close enough, Hopeful. Doug Warren says, go get that money. Well, if I was going to get the money, being an event artist is definitely better, a gig caricature artist, but there's not as plentiful. It's hit and miss. It could be feast or famine. You could have 10 gigs a month, or you could have 2 gigs a month. You just never know when the phone will ring. Whereas in a theme park, you'll always have those customers, but it's commission based as well. That's what it says in the ad. Period King. Bunny 314. So I gotta decide. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep getting better and better at caricature, so I'm flexible and I can do both. Because right now my theme park bodies are not the greatest. I gotta work on my gag bodies, like sports. I can do them quick for an event, but I really wanna spend a little more time doing the gags. And I can see everything from the second floor of outside. This is great. I can never see. When you're on the first floor of your house, you can only see here. When you're up on the second floor, you can see everything that goes from like one end of the block to the other end of the block. It's kind of cool. Kids got it made up here. Anyway, hey, if you're not subscribed to the channel. I do cartoon videos and the occasional live feeds like this, just about regular everyday stuff. So, handy Randy, I'm coming back to work Monday. Hopefully they didn't leave me a mess of locations when I come back. Anyway, that's about it. Gonna be Christmas soon. Life is good. All right. Well, they got something downloading here. I don't know what's going on. It's funny the things people leave behind in, like in this closet. There's a bobblehead. There's like a couple. I know you can't see. There's no light in here. Yeah, you have to be able to see it. But there is a literal bobblehead of a wedding couple. I can't turn my light on, so on my phone. But there's a literal. I'll bring it out. Look what they left me. And we don't even know who this is. Like, why would you leave this here? All right. Isn't this creepy looking? This was left in the closet. What does it say? Neil and Lisa 2011. Here. Ooh. There's like sneakers up here, antennas. Anyway. Here's a look outside. What's going on? That van's been going by 2 or 3 times. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, so creepy. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. I think we made our point tonight. Yeah, there's some energy up here. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I don't think it will. We're good. If nothing bad happens, hey, we're an improvement from the tenant being up here. Ghost will love us. All right. I got to head out. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Go subscribe, and a lot more cartooning videos are coming. So get ready. Grab your pencil. I want you to follow along and learn how to draw some funny faces. You can do it. I know you can. All right, Cartoon Mark signing off. Thank you.